What if every human suddenly gained the ability to read minds, but only for one day? The morning began like any other. Birds chirped outside, sunlight filtered through curtains, and alarm clocks buzzed drowsily across the globe. But as people stirred awake, something extraordinary happened. The moment their eyes opened, they heard it, voices. Not the usual internal monologue, but a cacophony of thoughts, emotions, and secrets pouring in from everyone nearby. It was as if the world had suddenly become a crowded room where every whisper was audible. At first, people panicked. Was this a dream? A hallucination? But as the hours ticked by, it became clear. For one day, humanity could read minds. In a small café in Paris, a barista named Claire accidentally overheard a customer's thoughts. The man was silently berating himself for forgetting his wife's anniversary, his guilt so palpable it made Claire's chest tighten. Without thinking, she handed him a free croissant and whispered, "She'll forgive you." The man's eyes widened in shock, but then he smiled, a silent understanding passing between them. Across the world, similar moments unfolded. Strangers offered unexpected kindnesses, their actions guided by the unspoken pain they now could hear. A teacher in Tokyo realized her student wasn't lazy but struggling with a learning disability. A CEO in New York discovered his assistant's burnout and immediately granted her a paid leave. For a brief moment, empathy reigned supreme. But not all revelations were so heartwarming. In a quiet suburban neighborhood, a husband overheard his wife's thoughts about her affair. The truth hit him like a thunderclap, and their once peaceful home erupted into chaos. In a crowded subway in London, a young woman felt the weight of a stranger's judgmental thoughts about her appearance, her self-esteem crumbling in an instant. The world became a minefield of unspoken truths, and not everyone was prepared to face them. Relationships fractured, friendships dissolved, and long-buried resentments bubbled to the surface. The ability to read minds, while initially awe-inspiring, quickly became a double-edged sword. Governments scrambled to maintain order. Leaders, now privy to the unfiltered thoughts of their citizens, realized the depth of public distrust and anger. Protests erupted as people demanded accountability for the secrets they now knew. In one particularly dramatic moment, a world leader, overwhelmed by the collective outrage of their people, resigned live on television. The global political landscape shifted overnight, with transparency becoming the new currency of power. Meanwhile, scientists and philosophers debated the implications. Was this a divine intervention? A glitch in the fabric of reality? Or perhaps a test of humanity's capacity for empathy and honesty? As the day drew to a close, the world held its breath. Would this ability vanish as suddenly as it appeared? Or would humanity be forever changed? At midnight, the voices ceased. The silence was deafening. People were left to process the whirlwind of emotions and revelations they had experienced. Some felt liberated, having confronted truths they had long avoided. Others felt scarred, their relationships irreparably damaged. But one thing was certain: humanity would never be the same. The day had exposed both the beauty and the ugliness of the human psyche, forcing people to confront the complexities of their own hearts and minds. In the days that followed, the world grappled with the aftermath. Laws were passed to protect mental privacy, and therapy appointments skyrocketed as people sought to heal from the emotional toll. Yet, amidst the chaos, there was a glimmer of hope. The experience had reminded humanity of the power of empathy, the importance of honesty, and the need for compassion in a world where everyone's thoughts could, even for a moment, be laid bare. And so, the question lingered. If given the chance, would humanity choose to hear the unspoken truths again? The answer, as varied as the thoughts once heard, remained uncertain. But one thing was clear: the world would never forget the day it truly listened.